to my channel. So today I am following on a little bit from last week's video, which was a thrifted vintage second-hand clothing haul. This week I'm going to focus much more on homeware. So I've been, as I said, rooting around some of the charity shops recently, and I ended up going to two car boot sales last weekend because it was the bank holiday weekend. I couldn't decide which ones to go to, so I ended up going to two on the Sunday morning, and I just found some really lovely things, a real mixture of things. There's a lot of florals going on, if I'm honest. I feel like this is a very Harriet haul because there's an awful lot of florals, an awful lot of kind of vintage fabric and a few crockery bits, and there is one piece of clothing as well which I wanted to show you because I absolutely love it. So let's get started. Okay, so I think I'll start with the pieces that I got from the charity shops when I was in there. Normally I said I kind of look for clothing, but I did spot a few pieces when I was looking around a few weeks ago, or over the last few weeks. So the first thing I wanted to show you is a teapot. I've been looking for a teapot for so long. I haven't got one. Well, I'm sure I have somewhere because I always pick up old crockery bits, as I've said before. So I must have one, but I haven't got one in the new house. I drink copious amounts of tea. I am such a tea girl. So I thought, well, I think really I need to welcome in the new house and buy a lovely new teapot. This is kind of the epitome of a very old English teapot. I think it's just got these really lovely kind of garden florals on it, the gold gilding around the outside, and I just think this is really, really lovely. I haven't actually tested it out yet. Maybe I'll test it this afternoon just to make sure it does actually work and that it pours well. Obviously that is very important in a teapot. I got it for £4, I think. It has been used, but I mean it looks in pretty much perfect condition, and I just thought this was an absolute bargain. So that was the first thing I picked up. And then the second thing is actually something I've been looking for a while. It is a lamp base, or well, it's not a lamp stand, so a lamp base. If you watched my last homeware haul, I think it was before we'd moved, I bought, they're in here, but I mean I'll link it above, and I got two lamp stands again, I think I got them on Gumtree, and I got two bronzy ones for about £10, which I thought was a bargain. And when I was in a charity shop the other day, I spotted this one, which is like a kind of a really bright gold, a little bit tarnished in places, which I quite like, and I got it for £2.50. I don't know if it worked, so it could be an absolute bargain or a little bit of a waste of money, but I'm assuming it does work. I just need to test it out, but I think I'm going to put this in our lounge just because it's a little bit dark in there at the minute. I think it just needs another lamp, so I got that to go in there. So if it does work, get a lampshade, and I think that'll look really, really nice. So the last few pieces which I spotted in the charity shops is fabric. I absolutely love old offcuts of fabric, kind of floral, vintage, whatever it is. I absolutely love finding fabric. I have quite a lot of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Dave's always like, what are you going to do with all of this fabric? Because it's just mounting up, but I can't help myself. You can normally get it for, you know, such kind of bargain prices as well. So I'm just kind of in the process of researching what I can actually make with it. Maybe like another peg bag, although I do have one, an apron, but I do have quite a few aprons. Maybe like some bunting. I think it would be nice to make some bunting. And I don't know, I'm going to have a look, but let me show you what I found. So the first item is, I think it's actually a tablecloth, but it's this beautiful embroidered, well, I think it is a tablecloth, but how beautiful is that? I think it's absolutely lovely. I think I won't use it as a tablecloth because our table's a different shape to this, but I think what I'll use it for is, I said, either using just the kind of embroidered bits to make something, or if I was really good and like a real, you know, good hand at sewing, then I could make a really pretty embroidered top or something, but I'm not sure I'm that good yet. But I just thought that's beautiful. I think it's about 1 metre by 1 metre, and I think it only cost, actually I think this one was maybe £3 just because of the embroidery, but I didn't really mind paying that. I also got, I'll just show you one piece because I think I got 3 in the bundle, just some striped material. I absolutely love stripes as well as florals. I think they're real kind of country, seasidey, and I just thought these were really lovely. So I wish there was a bit more in the bundle because then I could have made some really nice seat cushions. That would have been a nice idea, I think, but because I only got 3 offcuts, I think, and it's not very big, it's probably 30 odd centimetres by, well, maybe a bit more, but it's not very much, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I just thought that'd be really lovely, maybe kind of make something to go in the bathroom or something like that, and I think it was only £1 for 3 or 4 bits of that fabric. And then the last piece I found really reminds me of an old Cath Kidston print. I think I got this for about £1, £1.20. This is a bit bigger, I think this is just over 1 metre by 1 metre. I just really like it, just with the checks and the florals and the colours. I thought that was really pretty, so I also picked up that one. So I might as well stay on the fabric front and then kind of move in swiftly to the car boot sale purchases which I made on Sunday. So, I told you I'm like a old fabric fiend because I picked up even more even though I don't actually need it. The first was this. I think this is an old, well it is, it's an old bed sheet, which doesn't really bother me because I'm not going to use it for the bed. But the good thing about this is that you get an awful lot of fabric for still a really good price. I think I only paid £1 or £1.50 or something for this. And you know, I think it's a huge kind of single or double sheet. And it's just a really pretty rosy print. So I thought that was very pretty. And then I got another embroidered tablecloth. I'm on like an embroidery hunt at the minute. And it's this one. I think I might prefer this to the one I got in the charity shop actually because I love the colours. They're much more kind of pastel-y colours, and also it's got little embroidered flowers kind of dotted around it as well. So I just thought that was absolutely beautiful. I got this from a lady who was selling kind of bits of fabric and offcuts and whatnot out of an old suitcase, so I got that one from her. And then I also got this, which I think has to be one of my favourite floral prints of all time. I mean, that is like a true old floral vintage lovely English print, isn't it? I just think it is absolutely stunning. So I need to think very carefully what I want to do with this. I think I got the tablecloth and this piece here, which is probably about just over 1 metre by 1 metre for about £3 again, so not too bad. Now, I've learnt with car boot sales, especially the ones that I go to in Norfolk, that I always head for the house clearance ones because you know, you obviously see the people kind of like you or I who are selling things, but you also get the house clearance vans, which obviously they do house clearances for people, and so then they come to the car boot sales and they literally just lay everything out on like tarpaulin sheets and in old banana boxes. So if you don't mind rooting around for things, I mean you do have to kind of really root to find some good pieces, then you can just get some absolute bargains because they just sell things so cheaply. I mean, you know, £1 for a bag of things which you found, or you know, you can fill a bag for £1 or 20p, or you know, they really are brilliant. So I mean, if you don't mind having a really good route around, which doesn't really bother me, you can find some absolute bargains. So a lot of the pieces I got from the car boot sale were from those sellers rather than the people who were just, you know, selling their old bits and bobs. So I just think house clearances are definitely the way forward. So with that in mind, I'll show you a few of the pieces which I rooted around for and found some really lovely things. The first is this letter rack. We don't have one, and I just thought it was really pretty with the floral print on it, and I just think something like this is always very useful. So I think this will probably go in our kitchen, and I got this for £1, I believe, and from the same seller I got one of my favourite things ever. Now I did say I had one piece of clothing to show you, and it is this tea dress. I am just so happy with this. I found it with, as I said, with the letter holder item which I bought, and this was just again in an old suitcase, I think, amongst other bits of fabric and bedding and whatnot, and I just saw it at the corner of my eye and I thought, that's a nice print, I wonder what that is. And then I kind of pulled it up and had a look at it, and I realised it was a dress, and then I realised it would probably fit me, and the excitement was just, you know, overwhelming, because these are the kind of things which I think if you can find at a car boot sale are just absolutely wonderful, and it makes it so worthwhile getting up early, going to the car boot sales to find something like this. I got it for £1, and I just think it is absolutely beautiful. It comes down just below my knee, it fits really lovely. I washed it when I got home and tried it on, and it's just got this really lovely neckline with the buttons which go up it, kind of, I don't know, like mid-length sleeves which come kind of, you know, just above your elbow, and I just feel that this is such a lovely thing to find, because it's just something that I know I'll wear for so many years to come. It will look so lovely in the summer with a little basket bag and maybe some espadrilles or little white trainers, and I just think it's so lovely. And I also think if you found this in, you know, a vintage shop or somewhere like this, they would just be charging, you know, a lot more than £1 for it. So I'm so happy with this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I will try and try it on for you just so you can have a look at it. Or if not, I'll probably be wearing it, I'm sure, over on my Instagram. So be sure to follow me over there because I always post little pictures of things I've bought and what I'm wearing. So with that dress, I'd actually used one of the hangers which I bought. So from another seller, I spotted that they had some old fabric hangers. Again, this is something which I absolutely love finding. These ones, I got 2 of these ones, which you could say are a little bit tatty. They are, but I absolutely love them and they're such a beautiful colour, and I just love finding old hangers like this because I think, who hung their clothes on these? What was being hung on these hangers? How old are they? I love things like that. So I got 2 of these ones. And then I also got this one, which is soggy at the end because Hallie has just been trying to eat it. But I got this one as well, and then also from that seller I just got a book. It was the colour which I saw first, just kind of poking out of a box. I thought that's such a lovely colour, and it is The House on the Strand by Daphne du Maurier. I really like her as an author, and I just thought that was really lovely. So for the 3 coat hangers and for the book, I got that for £1, so I thought that was quite good. And then I think there's 2 things left. The first is this dish. I just couldn't resist. I think this is another house clearance item that I found, and I just thought it was absolutely lovely. I think it would be nice to, I don't know, put your roasted potatoes on it or your veg, or, you know, just to have on the table with, for Sunday lunch will look really, really lovely. So I picked up that. And then the last item, I'll have to do a bit of a close-up because it is this little locket. I thought this was so, so lovely, and when I saw, I think she had 2 on her stall, I thought, oh no, they'll be, you know, £20 or something, and she was like, £1, and I was like, oh my god, I just absolutely love it. I wear this locket so much, like most days, to be honest. I just absolutely love it. This is a very, look at the difference in colour to that. But I wear this one so, so much. This was from a family member when she died, and I just absolutely love it. And so when I spotted this one, I just thought, oh, it's so, so lovely. It doesn't have a picture in it, unfortunately. Well, maybe that, I don't know, would it be weird walking around with someone else's picture in? It might be, but anyway, it doesn't have a picture in it. I just clean it up a little bit as well, just because I think it'd probably do with a bit of a clean, and I need to buy a chain for it, but I just thought that was so, so lovely, and I just really like finding pieces like that, because I just think it's a nice bit of jewellery to find. And so that is everything. That's my little car boot charity shop thrift haul for you all. I think now, coming into the spring and the summer, I try to go to car boot sales as often as I can. So I expect to see a lot more of these hauls around here on my channel. So if you do like that kind of thing, then don't forget to give this video a like and also subscribe. It's certainly one of my favourite videos to film. I'm sure you know that by now. It's just one of my favourite things to do, and I think when you can come away with pieces like this, which I probably got for all under £20, I'm just, you know, I just think that's absolutely wonderful, and it's just nice to give something else a new home and come away with some really lovely pieces at the same time. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. As I said, do give it a like and subscribe if you're not already for lots more videos like this, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.